Hi there, welcome back to the channel if you're a return viewer, and hello to new viewers. You're watching the Christmas review of books, and this is the third of the rapid reviews I'm doing today on the 14th of November. This book I read on the Kindle version is Enshittification by Cory Doctorow. Like I have been for most of his recent books, I was a supporter of Kickstarter to get his audiobook versions of his works produced. He does it himself, and as part of the rewards for that you get a book from him when it's released. Now, Enshittification is a word that has captured the world's imagination over the last 2 words, coined by Doctorow himself. You may have seen him on countless YouTube videos, podcasts, discussion shows, whatever. He's really gone out there to promote this book, and the word itself was, I think, voted Word of the Year by some organisation a couple of years ago, and he basically defines it as how a company or service online gets worse as the company's greed and avarice increases. First it gets worse for the customer, and then it gets worse for the other business that deals with, and then it gets worse for everyone, but people get trapped into it. And he spends the early part of the book defining enshittification. I probably just did a really bad version of it. Then he gives some case studies of services or products that have got really worse, and he sees as good examples. So the first one I think is Facebook. I think we all can agree that it has gone to shit. Then it is Amazon, its various problems and the way it's locked in various monopolies, and it really screws over its partners and what have you. And then I think he talks about the iPhone, how it's locked down, and its lockdown and walled garden nature kind of works against its users. And I think then he goes on to Twitter, the disaster of Twitter since Elon Musk has taken over. And these examples take up a good half of the book. And then he goes on in the second half of the book to describe ways of fixing this, which basically involve strengthening regulations, bringing back old regulations, or basically getting governments to be interested in regulations again, along with changing laws which kind of make criminals of people who try to circumvent digital protections and copyrights, and fixing things and repairing things basically have been made essentially illegal under the laws in some of the major Western countries, and he wants that to change. So that's his idea of fixing it. He probably does a better job of elucidating that in the book than I just have. Anyway, my thoughts on the book. The example stuff, the definition of enshittification is fun. Doctorow, as always, is a fun writer. He knows how to get your interest, keep you interested with a little wry comments and sarcasm, and it's an enjoyable stuff. The example stuff is really fun. But he pulls no punches in his thoughts about Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, and Apple. He is meticulous in his references. He's got all the references to back up his thoughts and feelings about these companies. Then the fixing the problem stuff is a little less defined. In all, it's an enjoyable book. You probably want to read it after all the publicity. Doctorow himself is an excellent author of fiction. I'm not sure I enjoy his non-fiction quite as much as the novels he writes, so that might be just me. I did feel like this could have been a magazine article. It's kind of padded magazine article type thing. But good on him if he makes money out of this idea. I mean, he's crystallizing basically what thoughts we all seem to have about the modern internet. So that is Enshittification by Cory Doctorow. Okay, not the best thing you'll probably read this year, but just you'll agree with him. Everybody online these days will probably agree with him, unless you're some type of tech pro CEO maybe. So that is Enshittification by Cory Doctorow. Cheers.